amazing. One is the line, and the other one is him telling him, it's him pre-recorded him telling him he's nailing it. So one is himself saying you're crushing it, and one is like the lines coming in live.
Yeah. We got to talk Sonic. I mean, my family obsessed with the first movie. They're all really jealous of me because I've obviously seen the new one. They're all going, what happens to the... Everybody's excited about it. So was it a no-brainer for you, James, then, first of all, to come back for the sequel?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, a sequel is that's like career goals. Just to hear the word sequel.
It's true.
Like, it is. It's like, doesn't come along. I had the X-Men experience and now Sonic. So it's like, of course, but more than that, it's just like this, we've created such a cool, joyous family, right? From the beginning of this. And the first film was like, is this going to work? Are people going to love it? And, we went through some ups and downs and some rocky patches, and then it hit and fired on all cylinders. So to be able to come back and give the audience something that they really love and to turn the volume up a little bit this time around, it's you said it, no brainer.
Good answer.
And you've delivered again. I mean, Ben, the last time I believe I read that you actually would look at takes or cuts of the film as you went along, just to try and get those extra little bit of laughs in there. Do you know what I mean? To make it, even if you could make it possibly funnier. Did you do that again this time? You must take the comedy pretty serious.
I love that you knew that. I did. I get to see rough cuts of the whole movie, and I get to kind of punch up things with Jeff or Toby, whoever's in the room. Because in my head, it's like he's already done the hard part of filming the whole thing. And I'm just in front of a microphone. So it's so easy for me to do a bunch of different takes. So I did the same thing where I do my scenes, and afterwards they show me a rough cut of the movie with, temp animation, and I punch up scenes again. Then we do it one more time like that. And then we clean it up scene by scene afterwards. So I probably did like 20 records or maybe a little bit more for this.
Wow. And you're obviously known for your improv. So James, I mean, you're working with Jim Carrey in this movie, who is a genius when it comes to comedy. Did he get to do a bit of improv? Because everything he's done is so crazy, because he's Dr. Robotnik. You're wondering, is it all scripted, or is it Jim Carrey being Jim Carrey on set? Do you know what I mean? Does he catch off guard sometimes?
Right. Yeah. Well, the script is always in the best place, which is like starting point. With Jim, it's like, he's always going to add something that's going to have his signature on it, right? He's always going to bring something, and that's what we want, right? Like, because he's sort of like the first film, he's this sort of maniacal Robotnik character, and now we really like take the leash off and let him go. So, but like, there's always room. We start with what's scripted, and there's room here and there to play, and Jim definitely does that. Although I will say, like, it's not, Jim's process is definitely more like he's like reading sheet music in his head. Like, he's hitting things. He's got it all mapped out in his head of what he wants to do. And it's less like kind of loosen on the fly. He's the time and energy he spends preparing for what he's going to do on that day I admire it. And he's, so just.
And you said you've never prepared for any role you've ever done.
No. I just kind of roll in and those earpieces to put
James has 2 earpieces.
Who are the guys who've done that before? Brando.
Yeah, you're right.
Right? I mean, if you want to get to that level, that's what you got to do.
2 earpieces is amazing. One is the line, and the other one is him telling him, it's him pre-recorded him telling him he's nailing it. So one is himself saying you're crushing it, and one is like the lines coming in live.
Yeah, I love it. Sonic, obviously iconic. I love the game and I love the movies, but it's not the only iconic character for me from you, Ben. I mean, John Ralphie, he's just like it for me. So funny. Were you always a great comic actor growing up? Because you've done so many brilliant characters. And do you miss Parks and Recreation? Because I do think he's a legend, John Ralphie.
I do miss Parks and Recreation. That show is just based on a female, like, brilliant, wonderful lead character who also wants good things to happen. Like, she's pushing for good to happen in the world. So I love that. And that family is just, amazing. So I love the positive vibes of that show, and I get to be bananas on that show. There is a reference. I don't know if you've seen the movie yet. There is a reference in this film. There's a John Ralphio reference that I get to do in this film, which is very exciting, that I think people will dig. But it's been so, but that was so fun. And then to be able to do Sonic and have like another version where, like, I'm leaving voice memos for kids all day, making sure that people get to hear Sonic say happy birthday to my friends' kids. It's been a blast. It's been awesome.
Brilliant.